Right, this is Mr. Renfro, and we're going to do a video on parts of a circle. This is new material, so I need you guys to pay attention. Circle parts are part of our geometry SOLs, and I'm going to go over each part with you today so that you can understand what they are. And next year it'll be important that you know these circle parts, because next year you'll have to learn how to find the area and circumference of circles, and you have to know parts and what they mean. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, first of all, let's review what a line segment is. A line segment is a line with 2 points that end. You can see that A is an endpoint and B is an endpoint. Now, how do we write a line segment? Okay, as far as on paper, if we were saying line segment AB, for instance. Okay, line segments are written with a line over them and then the 2 points that are the endpoints. So this is one way to write line segment AB. The other way to write it is just with the reverse, with the other letters, with the other letter first. Line segment BA. So you can name it either way. You just have to put a line over top of that with AB. Now, don't get confused with this. Okay, well, that would be line AB. Okay, and this would be ray AB. Okay, but where we have 2 endpoints, here, here, right, here and here. That's line segment AB. Okay. Now, a chord is a line segment that connects 2 points on the circle. The circle is the outside part here, okay? The outside part here is the circle. Now, this is a point on the circle, and this is a point on the circle. Inside is not on the circle. I hope everybody understands that. Inside is not on the circle. So when I say connects 2 points on the circle, I'm talking about the circle, the line of the circle itself. It has to be on that, okay? So, line segment that connects 2 points on the circle is called a chord, okay? Now I can draw another chord right here. Right? There's 2 points. It's connected. The line segment connects those 2 endpoints on the circle. So that's another chord. I'm going to call that CD. Right? So what would be the line segments for this? Line segment AB is a chord, and line segment CD is a chord. Make that D a little better. Okay. All right. The next circle part is a diameter. Now, a diameter is a chord because it connects 2 points on the circle. It's a line segment that connects 2 points on the circle, B and C. Okay? What's special about it, it's a chord, but we call it this because it goes through the center point. Okay? A is the center point here. Okay? Center point A. Well, this is not cooperating. Anyway, center point A. So, line segment BC is a diameter. Okay? Or you can name it line segment CB. Either way, that is a diameter. Now, it's still a chord, but we don't call it a chord. Okay? We don't call it a chord because it does something that other chords don't do. It goes through the center point. So, all right, so let's review. Let's go back. All right, a chord is a line segment that connects 2 points on the circle. Right? A diameter is a special chord, which we really don't call it a chord, that connects 2 points on the circle, but it goes through the center point. It has to go through the center point. And a circle can have more than one chord. Okay? There's another chord. All right? And as long as it goes through the center point, it connects 2 points on the circle, all those are chords, or diameters. Excuse me. All those are diameters. Right? The next circle part that we need to know is called a radius. Now, a radius starts at the center point and goes out to a point on the circle. Okay? The radius starts at the center point and goes out to a point on the circle. Okay? So, line segment AB in this circle is a radius. Now, why do I have the word radii here? Well, when you talk about plural for the word radius, okay, this is the plural form, radii. Okay, just like cactus, plural for cactus would be cacti. Octopus would be octopi. Okay, the ending, this US ending, a lot of times the plural will be the double I. Okay, so more than one radius. So if I had another radius right here, again starting at the center point and going out to a point on the circle. Okay, let's say this was C. Then radius AB or line segment AB and radius AC. Okay, both of these would be radii because there's two of them. Okay, if I was just talking about one of them, I could say radius, the radius AB or the radius AC. But if I'm talking about both of them, I'd say the radii AB and AC. Okay, so hopefully that's not too confusing. All right, now you'll notice that I don't have dots, endpoints on this. You don't have to have the endpoints. Okay, the line stops, and that indicates it ends. Okay, the line ends here as well. Most places the line ends. You don't have to have a dot, but we put the dot on there just so you can see it a little better. Understand that it's a line segment and has endpoints. You don't have to have the dots though. And lots of times you won't see the dots on lots of our problems. Okay, but it's understood that that's a line segment. Because it's not a line, it doesn't go on forever in both directions. That's a line. Okay? Line segment has two endpoints, A and B. Okay? All right. Next thing we need to talk about, so let's go back and review. I like to do this. I like to go back and review so we understand. Okay? A chord is a line segment that connects 2 points on the circle. A and B are on the circle, and it's a line segment. Okay? A diameter is a special chord that we really don't call a chord again. Call it a diameter because it goes through the center point of a circle. Now this could also be a chord, but it's not a diameter. CD, line segment CD would not be a diameter. It would be a chord, but not a diameter because it's not going through the center point. Diameters have to go through the center point. So line segment BC is a diameter. And then the last thing we just talked about was a radius. A radius starts at the center point and goes to a point on the circle. That's a radius. Line segment AB, in this case, is a radius. All right, next thing is circumference. Circumference is the distance around a circle. It's like the perimeter of the circle. And next year, you guys will learn how to find the circumference of a circle using formulas, okay, and using pi. You'll find out what pi is next year, okay? But anyway, circumference is the distance around the circle. So it's basically how far it is, like I said, around the circle. Okay? It's just how far it is. That's all it is. There's nothing more to it than that. Okay? So how many definitions is that? Okay, if we go back, we've got 1 chord, 2 diameter, 3 radius, and then 4 circumference. Okay, pretty easy stuff here. Pretty easy stuff. So let's practice a little bit. Okay? Now, you'll see here, well, before we practice, I'm sorry, I forgot one other thing. Now, it's pretty easy to understand this if you think about it. Okay? A diameter is always twice a radius. Since a radius is only halfway across the circle, the diameter goes all the way across the circle. So it's twice as big. Okay? And a radius is always half a diameter. And it is. A radius is half the diameter. So we take two radius, you have the center point here, to make a diameter. Okay? Now let's practice. Okay? Next slide is practice. You see I've got a circle here with all kinds of points on the circle. Okay, so we're going to practice real quick here. So I want to name all the chords. Okay, remember what a chord is. A chord is 2 points, a line segment that's connected by 2 points on the circle. Okay, now you can see here J and F are on the circle. So that's a line segment. Line segment JF is a chord. Okay. Now there's more chords here. We also have line segment EB. That is also a chord. Okay. Now those are the only chords that don't go through the center point. Okay. Remember, a chord that goes through the center point, we don't really call a chord. We call it something special. So these are chords for this circle. Okay? Now, what are the diameters of the circle? Remember, a diameter is a chord, which we just call a diameter. We'll call it a chord, we call it a diameter, that goes through the center point. So that would be line segment GD, because it goes through the center point A. The line segment GA. Do we have any other chords? Or chords that are diameters? Yes. HC. Okay, so those are both of our diameters. Now, do we have any radius in this circle? Or radii for more than one? Yes. Remember, here's the center point. From the center point to a point on the circle is a radius. So let's put radii here for there's more than one. Okay, we've got the line segment AC, which I just did. Okay, start at the center point. Is there any other points that go to a point on the circle? How about AG? Line segment AG. And we also have line segment AD. AD. And the last one will be line segment AH. So we have 4 radii for this circle. And if you look at the center point, how many points go out on the circle? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 4 radii. All right, let's try another one. Got another one. This time I drew the points on there, and I just drew the letters on this one. Okay? Now, first thing I want you to tell me is, do you see any chords? Any chords? Hopefully you said yes. Hopefully you said yes. All right, remember what a chord is. A chord connects any 2 points on the circle. Okay? Do you see any of those? Give you just a second to look at it. Okay? All right, we're going to do line segment BE. That is a chord. We also have line segment FD. That is also a chord. And there are no other chords that don't go on that connect 2 points on the circle that don't go through the center point. Okay? Now there is a chord that goes through the center point, but we call that a what? Good, you remember, a diameter. Okay? There's only one diameter here. There's only one line segment that goes through the center point. Straight. And it's GC. Line segment GC is the diameter. Right? Now, do you have any radii? Sure you do. You've got several line segments that go from the center point to a point on the circle. So let's write the word radii here because we have more than one. Okay, so we start at point A, the center point. Where can I go to a point on the circle? Well, I can go straight up to point G, that's on the circle. So AG is a radius. Okay, line segment AC, sorry, moved it. Okay, AC goes to a point on the circle from the center. It's also a radius. Right? There's two more. So hopefully you're catching on to this. The next one would be AH. That's a radius. And the last one would be A. I think that letter was supposed to be. Well, not sure. We'll make it something here. We'll say it's an I. Okay, so AI. So there's four radii, and if you look, there's four points that are on the circle. Straight up, straight down, this way, and this way. From the center point, it connects to 4 points on the circle. So there's four radii. All right, this concludes my little video for parts of the circle.